Hi, I'm Brina.
And I'm Dee Dee.
And we're Mighty Moms, to Owen and Tad, who are both on the autism spectrum,
We're going to share real, honest content and experiences
about what it's like to be a mom of a kiddo on the autism spectrum.
Between the two of us,
There
is
is
nothing
nothing
we haven't experienced.
We don't hold back, and neither should you.
Here we go.
Welcome to Mighty Moms Podcast, episode 30. That's what
30.
we're going with.
That's right.
It's 30 or 31 or 42. We don't know, but 30 is what we're going to call it today. So we're excited to be here. We're excited that you're on, you're listening. We thank all of our listeners and our viewers for keeping up with us as we ramble about all things autism.
That's right. Today,
So-
we're going to talk about a little bit more about the Beneve products because Brina has a little testimony about it, and I do too, thinking
Mhm.
back after we talked about it this morning. But we're also going to talk about real quick, there's a petition going around that Brina has put into motion, and tell us a little bit about that, Brina. So important. So everybody, it'll be in the link. Everybody needs to share it, sign it.
Yeah.
Friends, family, everybody, because
Yeah.
every signature counts, and it's so important.
So, you've heard of stories, horrible stories about children on the autism spectrum eloping, going missing. Dee Dee has shared her story about Tad when he was 12 or 11.
I don't know.
It was
I think
early.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's all a blur.
I just know that it
but-
was so scary. He
And
was gone for over an hour,
That is, I don't even know how.
So-
yeah.
but found safely. He crossed two ponds. I mean,
Yeah.
a bridge.
mm,
And so thankfully he didn't. He was on his mission, as he says on his tablet, to get to my mom and dad's to get his iPad. So
I'm sorry, it's not.
I'm
It's funny
glad-
now,
I'm
but
glad-
it was not funny then.
I'm so glad his mission was that and not to go swimming because he loves the water.
Yeah.
And thankfully he sat down because he was tired between two trees
Mm-hmm.
and got stuck. He couldn't get his pants got stuck on a and couldn't.
I didn't know that.
That's the only reason why he
Oh,
was
that's
stopped.
God.
And Mike's the one who found him
Ugh.
and had to
It
pull him
just-
off. Like he was trying. His pants were already tried to
Yeah.
they pulled down because he had pulled himself back up,
Yes.
so they were down, and Mike's like he was almost naked, but it made sense that
Yes.
he was trying to get down, but he was stuck.
Oh.
So anyway,
So-
that's scary. Thankfully, that elopement turned out to be
Yeah.
a rescue and successful,
Mm.
but
A
there
lot of them aren't.
are millions, I would say millions, that
Yeah.
end up tragically in water,
Yeah.
dead.
And I
Drowning.
can't remember the statistics, which would have been helpful for this conversation, but
I can look at
they're staggering, and we've all seen it. For me, like I hear about it on the news, or it'll come up in my news feed, like this child went missing and they're autistic. And when that happens, there's no alert system to let people in the community know that this child is missing and to look in this area. And so for a neurotypical missing child, there's the Amber Alert. So what we did is we created the Owen Alert Act, and that would be broadcast on your phone anywhere in the United
just
States.
like the Amber Alert, when you hear the woo,
Yes.
woo, and you get to read about it, it will be for
Yes.
an autism alert. It'll be
Yes.
the Owen Alert
So anytime
all
a
over the
child-
United States.
Yeah. So if it were implemented, which it has to pass through Congress, the White House, and we have to get Congress leaders to help push this forward for us. But in order to do that, the petition, signing the petition and getting those numbers up on our petition is what really drives that. So
And by you signing it, you're agreeing that it's needed.
yeah.
It's needed in the
And
United
it takes
States.
about
It doesn't
6
take
seconds
long
to
at
sign
all.
it.
Yeah.
It's your name, your first name, your last name, and your email address,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That's it. And they don't share your information, so don't be scared that your information is going to be shared. But it literally sends an alert to
Yes.
like congressmen and officials that this is
Mhm.
needed. And I
Mhm.
was just reading right here, 49% of children with autism are engaged in elopement behavior,
Mhm.
while 11% of children without autism
Yeah.
engage. So
Big
that's
difference.
huge.
Big
And
difference.
and of course, it like we've known, drowning is the leading cause of death in autism-related wandering cases.
Mhm. And so there
That
needs
is,
to be an alert. So, for example, when Tad went missing,
mhm.
if there had been an alert and it had popped up on everyone's phone
Yes.
and they were like, "Oh my gosh, that's in my neighborhood."
Yeah,
Because there were people that actually saw
they
Tad,
did. Walking
but
down the road.
he didn't look autistic. He
Yeah.
looked normal. And so they just thought because he was old enough to be like maybe walking from one house to
Yeah.
another by
Yeah.
himself.
Right.
And so when they saw him, they didn't think anything about it. But can you imagine if they had seen, hey, there's a boy, this is what he's wearing,
Yeah,
he's
he's
autistic, he's
yeah.
missing, he's in
Yeah.
danger, they would have pulled over
And
and
grabbed or
called and
called and said,
whatever.
"We have him," or watched him, make sure he didn't go any further.
And so there would be for this, if this were implemented, there would be no time lapse. It would be immediate.
Yes.
It would be sent out on everyone's phone immediately. And we had a similar but not near as scary as what Dee Dee experienced when Owen was before he was diagnosed, but we knew something wasn't
Mhm.
right. He was a toddler. And I think he was 18 months or 2 years old. And the house we lived in at the time was really long. And the door that we used to go inside and outside was our side door by our carport area. And I was clear on the other end of the house. And he was in his room cleaning his closet, just like, organizing. And he was in the room with me playing with his toys. And it hadn't been 2
Yeah.
seconds. And I looked up and I was like, where is he? Because it's quiet. Like all of a sudden it's
Yeah.
quiet.
When you hear quiet,
When you're
you know.
working on something and you get
Yeah.
focused and you think he's right here. And I just look up and he wasn't there. And I was like, where is he? And I looked out his bedroom door all the way down to the other end of the house, and that door was open.
That fast.
And my heart just sank. And
Mhm.
so if you walk out that door to the left, probably about, I would say 200 yards
Mhm.
is an embankment and a creek.
Oh my gosh.
And then to the right, we were at the end of a cul-de-sac, but our house was set pretty far off the street. And so about that far to the right was the cul-de-sac and then the street.
Mhm.
And so not knowing anything about autism elopements at the time, I'm sure I'd heard of it, but it just didn't
Yeah.
hit
Wasn't-
like
yeah.
it did.
Like it could happen to you.
Exactly. But when I saw that door open and I ran, the very first place that I went was like down the stairs, and then I looked to the left to make sure he was not in the backyard or headed to the creek. And then I looked to the right, and way off in the distance, this little tootling toddler just in his diaper, barefoot, down the street. But literally
That
30 seconds
Yeah.
later, and he could have been anywhere.
Yeah.
He could have turned and been, thank goodness I could see him, And so it wasn't near like, we're talking
Still,
2 minutes.
so scary. I
But
mean,
had he gone to the left and fell in that embankment and drowned, like we've got to have something in place to protect our kids.
absolutely.
And there isn't anything. And there needs to be something. I don't know why our screen is blurry. It does that sometimes.
Get out of there. Yeah, this like Lucy's phone.
Not for you guys, but for the laptop that we have that records our episodes
Now
that
we're
get uploaded
back.
to our podcast platforms. But anyway, so yeah, and sorry y'all, I've got it's Dr. Seuss Day at the Owen Academy.
I love it.
So I'm catting that today.
I guess I'm a kitty cat.
There you go. And Owen's got on a black shirt with just the red fish on it. So
that's
cute.
cute.
But anyway, so
So important.
we have a petition that we need to get. So we just reached over. We might be around 1,100 signatures now. We just reached over 1,000.
Is there a goal like you need
Yeah,
for
so
it to go to the next level?
I want to say this too. I actually had a mom reach out to me who's a local autism mom, and she was just like, "I love that you did this." Her child actually got away from the school.
Oh my gosh.
Kim Rogers.
Yeah,
and
I
she
didn't
won't
know
mind me
that.
sharing this, and I'll tell you why and how she's involved in this petition. And it's just been incredible because like, I feel like God just leads you to do things, and
Mhm.
he's like, "And I will provide somebody to help you
That's
with
right.
this."
I'll get your team together for you. You're
Yes,
not
and
alone.
I have just had the most amazing people reach out and wanna help with things, and just
Mhm.
things fall into place where you're like, I thought I was gonna have to work really hard to get somebody to help me, and it's just like they're like, "What can I do? I'll run with it."
Yeah, you just had to put it
And
in
that's what
motion.
she's done. So she reached out and told me she wants to help with this, and she said so her son was, at school, and, his teacher saw that he wasn't right there, and he wanted to go out on the playground and play. So I guess they looked at video later. He walked, and you could see him walk out the door, and he saw a teacher, but he knew, like, to kinda hide.
Yeah.
He's very
Uh-huh.
high functioning,
Yeah.
and he kinda knew to hide, but he ended up down the street, and the teacher saw him, and she was headed toward him, and about that time, a truck pulled up and grabbed him and put him in the truck.
Oh,
And her heart sank because she thought
but
somebody is
it
stealing
yeah.
this child. It was some high schoolers that saw him and knew he wasn't supposed to be,
Oh
and they were
my
taking him back to school.
gosh.
And this is no fault of the school. Like, and I say that because that's such a fine line because you
Yeah.
are leaving your child in their care. But like, people just don't, if you don't have an autistic child or you don't like, you're not around them, you don't know how quickly that can happen.
Mhm.
That's why, like, as autism parents, we get all kinds of feedback and tips from people who have no idea what they're talking about. And so people will say, you don't have to hover. Like if you go to somebody's house, just let him
Yeah.
play. He's
No.
fine. You can't do that because you don't know what they're going to get into to hurt themselves, hurt someone else,
Mhm.
elope. There's so many things.
Yeah.
But anyway, Kim shared with me that had happened to her. And she was just very like, motivated to help with this. And so she has reached out to First United, I think Choctaw Nation, and some other places, maybe CMC, that
Mhm.
have like a lot of employees.
Yeah,
So
that's
she is
important.
taking a physical paper that people can sign to do their petition and an iPad where she'll just have the link pulled up
Yeah.
and people can sign the petition. And they're setting up this Thursday, March 6th, in the lobby of First United Bank in
Oh,
Durant.
awesome.
So, and we're working with Noah Sherrill there,
Yeah.
who just started, and he's been such a blessing too, because he wants to help with everything that we're involved in. And he is going to send it out so that all their employees have the option to sign
Yeah,
that.
I
And
love
there is
that.
just literally, if you see this petition, there is no logical reason not to sign
I
it
know.
because every signature helps us save lives. We're
Yeah.
literally trying to save lives. And I just keep thinking, like, I can't imagine if this actually goes through and knowing that, like, it went out and saved a life.
Yeah,
Oh, just
absolutely.
gives me chills.
That also, like, this petition also will help law enforcement and first responders
Yes.
know how to respond to
Yes.
once they find them, know how to
Mhm.
respond to them. And I'm sure this will lead to training
Yes.
and development for
Yeah.
all of the first responders, which it's a huge, 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 huge deal. So please
Sign it.
sign it. We'll put the link in all of our social medias. I know we've
Yeah.
shared it, but um that would be great. Like First United's going to send it to all their employees. Choctaw, get on board.
I
Send it to your
know.
employees.
I
I
know.
mean, I'm a tribal
Everybody.
member.
The
My son's a
schools.
tribal member. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
tribal members that are on the autism
Yeah.
spectrum, and it could save their lives
Yeah.
too. So it's important. Schools, systems,
Mhm.
yeah. Every
Mhm.
school needs to. And so how if they sign the petition on the paper, is it a
Mhm.
certain legal document that they're signing
No,
or
it's just like if back in the old times, whenever someone had a petition, they would go door to door and get
yeah.
signatures. And I think we just transfer those
Oh, so
electronically.
literally
So we're getting their
their
name and their
email
email,
and their
and then we'll go on and, put it
okay.
in for them.
Okay.
But as long as we get that information from them, we can upload it
Yeah.
to the petition website.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
you can go on at any time and see where we are. Like I'll look right now and see how many uh
but there's no like limit that how many do we need to get to the next level of
so so
like
so
importance or
and this is so
something?
whenever I created the petition, I they said there's not like a number that you need, right? But the more that you get, the more serious they will take
That's what I
it,
think.
right? So
Yeah.
the congressman's going to be like, "Oh, I have this petition. It's got 20,000 signatures,
Yeah.
and I feel passionate about this. I'm going to run with it,
Yeah.
and I'm going to push it."
Yeah.
And so the more signatures we get, the better. Kim and I met last week, and we decided that our first goal would be 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
We're already at 1,000,
Mm-hmm.
and that was literally just me putting it on social media and then
Yeah.
it getting shared,
Yeah.
a gazillion times.
And like I
So
said, like Brina even said, this is for all of the United States. So if you're in Washington, if you're in
everywhere.
Oregon, if you're in Montana, your petition signing counts. So
So
we're
we
we're at
have.
the Oklahoma. We're in
I
Oklahoma,
can't, like, you
so
can't see that.
we're trying to reach Oklahoma Congressman Josh Burkeen. Is that who
Yeah,
we're?
yeah,
And I'm willing to go there and visit. I mean,
yeah. Whatever
I
we
know he
need
has
to
a big
do.
heart. So
Yes, yes.
um
So right now we have 1,047 signatures.
okay.
And that is just literally from, and you don't have to donate. It will ask you to. You don't have to, but if you do, what that donation does. So like the first time I signed it, I put $100 donation on there. So that $100 is sort of like if you run an ad on Facebook. What it will
pushes
do
that
is
out.
it pushes it out. So like every day now that I'm on change.org, not you guys, you won't get blasted with emails from change.org. You will get an email if I ever do an update.
Okay.
So like I can go on and I can send an update to everyone and they'll get an email letting them know how many signatures we have. But like every day, because I have a petition on change.org, I will get an email from other people who have similar petitions or things that are
Got
autism
you.
related. And there
So
are
those donations
yeah.
go to change.org and
Yeah.
kind of put it in the algorithm of
Exactly.
what
So
other people
I
see.
might get an email. So I got an email from another petition that's out there, and it's actually for the same thing. And it is, I think it's Josiah. I can't remember the name, but it's a little boy. He was 4, I think, and he actually did drown, and he was autistic. And I don't care what it's called. I don't
Right.
care like
Yeah.
somebody's needs to get pushed forward. This has to happen.
Yeah. Regardless
it's
of the name. Yeah.
ridiculous that it's 2025 and this hasn't happened
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
And
I
it
agree.
takes advocates and moms and parents and caregivers like us to really push it and get it out in the community, and for people to say, yeah, we want to pick this up and we want to push it. And literally all you have to do is sign.
Yeah. You don't have to donate.
That's all you have to do.
But if you're willing to donate, like Brina said, the money goes to change.org to push that petition out more to more people.
But even imagine that everybody that did sign gave $1 or $5.
Right.
If everybody had given $1, we'd have $1,000
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
$1.
Think about that.
We can do that.
Think about that. Yeah.
So
And none of your information is shared. It's safe. And I don't know why our camera's doing that again.
I don't know.
I think I need to take autofocus off because since nobody's back there actually manning the camera, we have a lot of auto things going.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that's everything about the petition. And we will post the link, but if you don't want to wait and you want to look it up right now, you can go to change.org and look up for the Owen Alert Act. And it has like a little seal.
Show it, see if they can see.
I know. I don't know if I can.
Oh,
I don't think it will.
And y'all see that? No, I was kidding.
But if you go to, I think we've shared it on Mighty Moms.
Yeah, Mighty Moms, the Owen Foundation.
The Owen Foundation. All those things.
All of our personal pages, Brina Ridgway Dutton, and Deidre Gallegos, go to our personal pages on Facebook, and it's shared on there.
And we shared it on there. Yeah.
So, and if this is something that's close to your heart, and I encourage y'all to get out there, get their email, get their first, and do
and
it.
Anybody can do this. So what Kim's doing, going to set up at First United, if you live in Montana and you've got an iPad or a phone or whatever, or you've got a way to send it out to all your employees or your students or whoever, do it.
Do you have to be a certain age to sign the petition?
I think it's
18 and older. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But I don't know that for sure. I need to look up that information. But, sign it, because this is not just for Oklahoma or Texas. This is national. This can be national. So the big thing right now that we're trying to push is signatures.
Yeah.
Because when we take it to Congress, we want to have as many signatures as possible,
Absolutely.
And so
I think
I feel like
5,000 is low. I think we can
I do
beat and
too.
reach
So
that.
so we talked about getting 5,000.
5,000 in Oklahoma, our area,
Our area,
southeastern Oklahoma.
yeah,
Yes, we can do that.
yes. We talked about our first hurdle would be 5,000, and then we'd probably do increments of 5 after that.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to do 5 and then 10 and then maybe 20,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, we should be able to easily get
Yeah. I agree.
signatures on that, because I don't know anybody who wouldn't want to save lives of kids on any child, but kids on the
So all you
spectrum.
Mighty Moms on our TikTok, we got a lot of Mighty Moms on our TikTok. Please get that word out there. I'll share the link on all the socials, but let's this is a movement. It's
Yeah.
got to be done. We've got to
Yeah.
save the lives of these children. And I wish too that it could be, I know it's children.
Mm-hmm.
The Owen Alert is for children, but I wish it could extend to even adults with
I know.
autism,
So
since some of our adult children are on the levels of children.
yeah, I know.
Like, that would be so important
And
too.
I mean, honestly,
and I think
it's
they
not
could
too
use
late to
that.
change the verbiage for that, because like I said, it hasn't been, enacted yet. So we can always extend that to
I
a
think
certain
that would be
age.
important.
The reason why we didn't is because, so right now, if you look up, everybody thinks that the silver alert is just for like older people
Right.
with dementia.
Right.
So the silver alert is for adults who are not cognitively neurotypical.
Mhm.
I don't know the
Yeah.
exact verbiage, but it's like they're not, they don't have the normal cognitive function,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So it's used so much for senior citizens who
Mhm.
have dementia, who go
Yeah.
missing. That can also be used for adults on the spectrum.
Okay.
But I still feel like there should be something.
Yeah, because see,
you
I
know?
wouldn't know that. A silver
Yeah.
alert, I'm still thinking
Me too.
an
Me too.
older
And because it's
individual.
called silver, and you think silver
silver
hair.
hair.
So, but yeah, and there's got to be something in place for our special needs community.
Yeah.
And so I think that needs to be it. And maybe that's for adults too, because like you said, when Owens or Tad is 30, in their mind, they're 8
Yeah,
or whatever,
exactly. I know.
and
Yeah. So
so,
it's important.
yeah,
Like, maybe we could change the verbiage to
yeah,
fit that too.
yeah, yeah.
Because the Owen Alert, everybody knows it's autism, in their mind, what we're pushing that out to be. Maybe it could be.
Yeah. So everybody sign it, share it, grab the link and send it to your parents, your aunts and uncles, and your friends and everybody, so we can make sure that we get all the signatures that we need to make that happen.
Absolutely.
So we also wanted to talk to y'all today, because Dee Dee mentioned at the beginning of the podcast that I have this little testimony about, and we've talked about this product before in this brand. It's Beneve, Beneve, and we're going to drop the link in all of our lives as well for that. But this is, and you can speak to it a little bit more. I literally just okay, Dee Dee and Eve said it was great. I'm going to start taking it. But it's fermented glutathione with clinically proven absorption. So, we take a lot of supplements and sometimes that don't actually absorb, and it literally just gets flushed out in our system. And so it's called the Power of 3. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it, so it's an antioxidant blend, but the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because, so I had a procedure on Friday for my stomach, a colonoscopy. I'll just say it. It's fine.
You did it last week anyway.
I did. I already talked about it. Everybody know Brina had a colonoscopy. It's fine. So I started, I'd taken this product, 3 months ago, end of last year. And
well, first of all, she started taking it and she took 4 at a time. And I'm like,
and then I was like, "Why is my pee orange?" And they were like, "Oh, you're taking too much, so it'll flush out. It's one a day."
Yeah, one a day, Brina.
It's one a day. I was going to get all the benefits because, I have autoimmune stuff that I have really worked hard to just get under control the last 5 years or so. And definitely so much healthier now than I ever have been, honestly, ever. Just through meeting Eve and Chip and Cindy and you, and just like learning so much about getting to the root cause of things and not just medicating it. And learning like what foods not to eat, and and then it's just like I think when you're younger, you're just like, "Eh, I'll be fine." But the older that you get, you're like, "Hey, I really need to
Yeah.
control this and be healthy because like I have fewer years ahead of me than I have behind me."
Yeah.
So, and we got to live forever.
That's
So,
right.
but so when I went to my gastroenterologist like 4 weeks ago, she told me to stop taking any cleanses that I was taking or any different supplements, to just take my prescription medications. So for like the last 4 weeks, I haven't even been taking a multivitamin, anything,
Mhm.
just my prescriptions. And so I was so excited that after my colonoscopy on Friday, like the next day, Saturday, I was going to start taking this.
Mhm.
Um, and it's like a noticeable difference the very first day for me. And
Mhm.
I can't make that claim for everybody, but I have undiagnosed ADHD. Like I know I do. And I have a little bit of anxiety, not too bad, but like this, just like my mental clarity and my
Mhm.
focus, but also just like this calmness.
Mhm.
It's like a Xanax.
Do you take it at night?
I take mine in the morning,
Oh, okay.
and it helps you
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah, I
But I
take it
guess
at
I
night because I
don't.
can feel it hit, and I'm like, "Oh,
Really, I
yeah."
just feel like I'm just so, I
At
don't
peace.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very peaceful. Like, and even something can happen that normally you would react to.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
let's figure this out,
Yeah.
And then
Not
I just,
overwhelming.
yeah. And I'm able to like sit down and look at my to-do list. And, sometimes I'll look at my to-do list that's
Yeah.
this
Miles long.
long, and I'll get overwhelmed and won't do any of it.
Yeah.
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 And so I just am able to look at it and be like, okay, I'm going to grab these 5 things off my to-do list and I'm going to move them to Monday, and I'm going to do them one at a time. And
Mhm.
I've just been able to do that. Like even today before podcast, I get Owen's therapy is from 9 to 3 every day. Those are
Mhm.
his approved hours by his insurance. So that's when I come into the office.
Mhm.
Every now and then I'll talk his therapist into staying later, but like he's when he's there, I'm there.
Mhm.
So I don't have like a full work day in the office, and it's very rowdy in our
Mhm.
office
Yeah, it is.
because we have like an open office concept. So I don't usually get a lot done. And this morning it was rowdy, just like it always did. And I only had from 9 to 11 because we start podcasts at 11. And I was able to like focus and sit there and do my
Mhm.
to-do list. And I was like, wow, okay. And I'm telling you, it's this.
Yeah.
And I was that person before that I would be on all these supplements at the same time. And the
So you really
downside to
didn't
that is
know
you don't know what's
what's
working.
working and what's not.
Yeah. And so I'm starting this. And then I've noticed too that like I don't crave coffee as much. What in the world? Like I just
Mhm.
don't. And so I'm going to start the supplement that I ordered with this from their website is the watermelon.
Oh, the
It-
drink,
Yeah.
the
and it's
aptogen,
and it's energy, but it's like
clean energy.
clean
It's
energy.
yeah.
Yes, that's what I
It
was
does
trying to.
have caffeine in it, but it's
Yes.
clean
And you can actually get one that's
decaf. Or
yeah.
no, low caffeine.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
yeah.
So I tried. So they have coffee sticks
Mhm.
or a tub, but I'm doing the sticks because I
Mhm.
just feel like that's
Yeah.
easier, and you can stick it in a bottle of water or whatever. So they have coffee, and then they have the watermelon. And the last time I did the coffee, I did the whole stick, and
Yeah.
you're actually not supposed to,
Yes, I
especially at
remember that.
first.
I thought,
And I was
what's
like,
wrong?
like,
We were on a Zoom call with
yes,
with this company. And boy,
Dee
Brina
Dee
was
didn't get a word in
first of all,
edgewise.
Brina was like, Dee Dee, I don't know what you just talk because you know what it's about. I haven't read into it.
Yeah.
And she got on there like, Rain Ma'am.
Like I was
I had
was
to
just
mute
like
my thing. I was
on.
like, what is
Because normally I'm just like kind of have a little bit of brain fog, and
She did great.
this I don't.
She did great.
But it's so that, and I haven't even added in the watermelon. So it's like if people don't like coffee or they don't like the
Yeah,
flavor of
there's a
this, they can do the
watermelon one.
watermelon.
It's a good pre-workout for those who work out,
Yeah.
to give you that energy to get
Yeah.
endurance.
And then does it have electrolytes? They have. I noticed when I was on their
no,
website
I have
yesterday.
they have a separate one for electrolytes.
electrolytes. Yeah.
I've tried all their products.
You have? I have not tried
other
the
than the
electrolytes yet.
sticks, because I can't do a lot of caffeine, so
Yeah.
I haven't done any of those.
Yeah.
I have a low caffeine one, but I'm too scared to try
Well,
it.
the next time I do it, I'm gonna do, like, a third
Yeah, you
of the
start
stick,
real
which is great
slow,
because then you can, like
but it's supposed to help lower cortisol,
I know.
all of
And
that.
you
It
know
has
that cortisol causes the puffy face, and it's crazy because, like, with me being sick and then just really trying to be healthier, I've lost, like, probably 15 pounds
Mhm,
in the last, like, 3 months.
mhm.
And I thought, like what were you saying just before right before this?
What?
What were we saying? What was I saying?
We were talking about cortisol.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but I've noticed that it's because usually when I lose weight, you can see it in my
Yeah.
face, and I feel like it's still so I text Eve yesterday, and I was like, I think I'm gonna order the watermelon stuff, and
Mhm.
she's like, "Oh, that helps with cortisol
Cortisol
too," and I
levels,
was like,
yeah.
"Oh," because I'm like, what good does it do to lose weight if you still have a puffy face?
Yeah, I know,
You
but it does help. And that power of 3, if any product
Yeah,
if you're
that's the
looking for
power.
any product to try, that is the one to try. That's
I don't know if you
that's
can
the
see it.
king. Everybody in my household takes that,
I
and
just ordered it for mine
I
too.
finally got the nerve to start Tad on it about probably a month and a
'Cause
half
he'll
month
take
ago.
he'll take it.
Yeah, he can swallow a pill, or he'll
Okay.
swallow anything. So,
I'm thinking because
um,
it comes in a little capsule
you can put that and
that
mix it in water, or
I'll open it and stick it in. Owen still drinks the pediatric shakes.
mhm,
He just loves them.
mhm.
It's a multivitamin,
Yeah,
so I let him do it. I'm sure it's got tons of sugar in it, but he's always had them.
yeah.
But we actually tried to stop giving them to him, and then we noticed that he was just constantly wanting to eat, eat,
Mhm,
eat all
keeps
the
him full.
time. And so then he has that thing where he'll eat and he doesn't know that he's
Yeah,
full
and then
until he
just
throws
throws
up.
up, yeah.
And so it's like, but with the pediatric shakes, I've noticed he doesn't eat as much because he
Yeah,
feels full, but we're
mhm.
able to sneak his,
Meds and stuff
yeah,
in
we
there.
do Aspire Nutrition for him. It's
Mhm,
a healing probiotic and a detox and a multivitamin.
mhm.
And so every night when we give him his chocolate shake, those little scoops go in there and he doesn't taste it. So I think I'm gonna start
I
adding one
would
of
too,
these and see if it
because
helps him sleep
I
too.
have since we've started Tad on
Just a little
that,
capsule. I don't know if you can see it.
he sleeps, and you know how I've constantly said Tad has a problem sleeping, and we couldn't do the clonidine anymore, and couldn't, all this other stuff,
Did that
and
just not work for him? Clonidine. I
they
would love
took
for
him
Owen to not have to take
they
clonidine.
took him off because it has dairy casein in it, and he's allergic to it, so he can't take it. But they can compound it, and we did get a compound of it without it in there,
Uh-huh.
and I tasted it, and it is horrible. So I
Horrible.
haven't tried to give it to him. I'm like,
Yeah.
we'll use it last resort.
Yeah.
But since he started that,
How
he's
does he
been resting
is it a
all night.
powder? So it's when it's a compound?
It's a liquid,
A liquid?
but
And
it's like,
ugh.
yes, it is so bitter.
Ugh.
But
And there's nothing you could really mix it with because then it would just be
no, it's
ugh.
bad. Like they even said, it doesn't have to. It's not very much he has to take because it's such a low dose. But
Yeah.
still, I was like, I'm gonna wait on that, and so I started giving him that, and just because his pediatrician always wanted him on a good glutathione supplement,
Yeah.
and he's been on glutathione before
Mhm.
for years,
Yeah.
and I thought, well, it's not gonna hurt him.
Yeah.
So
Why not?
anyway,
Well, and you always hear about foods that are fermented are
yeah,
so good
yeah,
for gut health.
mm-hmm,
And so I didn't even realize that until I was reading it again this morning, making sure I could pronounce everything to talk
mm-hmm,
about today. And I was like, fermented?
yeah,
Really? Like in one little pill a day. It's a
yeah.
proprietary blend of, now these things I cannot, but it basically says hops flower extract.
So hops is in beer.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I mean,
Saccharum.
it's the healthy part of the beer, I guess,
Yeah.
if there is anything. So that's what's in that, and I think that's the one that's a calming effect.
Yeah.
The glutathione is the one that helps with detoxing, methylation,
I
things
think
like
the
that.
reason I can take it in the morning and it doesn't make me sleepy, it just makes me calm, is
It
because
won't make you sleepy,
okay,
but just at night, it does
it's
calm to where you just can go to sleep.
yes, it calms your mind, and then you're
Yes.
able to just because I think that's why we can't sleep most of the time because we can't turn our minds off,
Mhm.
and so that's what it does. But
But yeah,
like
you
it
can take
helps
it during
me.
the day and you can be focused. I could see it being
Yeah.
help focusing and stay on task,
Yeah, I feel
and
so
not be
focused
overwhelmed.
when I do this. I can't wait to add the watermelon supplement to it.
So the
But
other product that I use of theirs is the G3, which is the gut support, which it's similar to the things that is in the Armra or what's the one you take?
armor
Powder?
colostrum.
Yeah, it's a colostrum, bovine colostrum, but it
Okay.
also has some other things in there too.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've been taking it in lieu of the Armor, what I used to
Okay.
take
You did take the armor too? I
prior.
love the armor.
Prior.
We don't have an affiliate account with that, but and here's the thing, Dee Dee and I will never recommend a supplement just because we're an affiliate.
No, we've
Like,
turned down a lot of
yeah, and we won't
affiliations,
and
but
we
because we
won't
haven't tried them. But
exactly.
not that we're so popular, but people are always looking to try to promote product, and if you've got so many followers, they want you to promote their product.
And we'll try anything, but we're not gonna bring it up on podcast if it doesn't work.
No.
And this
Yeah.
is like if you probably ADHD, and I know that's not probably what this is even for, but
for anybody. Everybody needs a good antioxidant
yes.
and
Well, and you just said
glutathione.
before we came on live, Dee Dee was talking about it because I was like, hey, I want to talk about this today if we have time. And I know we're probably running out of time, but and she said
I've been
she's
around a
been
lot
on
of
it,
people with flu,
and Mike's been on it, and
yeah.
Tad's been on it, and she's literally had a kid with the flu sneeze in her face,
So yeah,
and she didn't get sick.
so I
Flag.
think it's helped. Either that or I'm just not susceptible to
I
that.
think
Whatever
that's probably,
that girl
but y'all
had.
didn't even get it in your household. Mike
Mm-mm.
didn't get it. Tad
Mm-mm.
didn't. I mean, everybody's had the flu.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I had the flu, and I feel like but I wasn't taking this when I had it.
I feel like it helps tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
And so I highly recommend it. This is one product I will always take is the Power of 3.
Yeah.
Like
I just got on and ordered. So yesterday I went on and ordered more, and I set this up. This was already on auto ship, but for me, and then I set it up on auto ship for just to have extra. And because I wasn't able to take it, I have a couple extra bottles at the house. So I'm going to have Carter take it, Ronnie take it, and then I'm going to try to sneak those capsules into Owen's chocolate shake at night.
I would definitely. So we'll put our affiliate link on there. You can use that link to order, and that just helps us out.
Yeah.
And anything we make, we give back to Mighty Moms. So
Bubba said hi.
Hi, Bubba.
Hey, Bubba.
I liked his new podcast setup.
Yeah.
I got to get with you, Bubba, on that. That was pretty cool.
I told him if he wanted to have us on in April, we'd do it.
Oh, we do need to come on in
for,
April for autism awareness.
awareness
We got a
month.
lot, we have a lot to talk about. So.
Early April too. That way we can do a to promote our autism conference. And so before we get off today, let's tell everybody again about our autism conference. So we got to drop the links for the petition,
Mm-hmm.
the Beneve,
Mm-hmm.
and autism conference.
Yeah.
So we last year, Dee Dee and I started a Mighty Moms annual autism conference, and this year it's going to be Saturday, April 26th.
Mm-hmm. 10
And
to 2.
10 to
Lunch
2.
provided.
Yep, lunch is included. It's
You have to get
$25.
have to get your tickets through Eventbrite with that link that we're going to post
Yeah.
because that's the only way we're going
Yeah.
to sell our tickets.
So here are the main
vendor booths can also order off that site.
Yes, if you want to set up a table, and we still have room.
We do. We only I don't know that we've only got like 2 vendors, and we're going to have
Yeah.
12?
So if you have a business that's
12
in
maybe?
any way related to, I would love it if a massage therapist would come and set up. We need to ask Haley. She's going to donate a massage because we're also going to do amazing giveaways during this conference.
And I think Jennifer Steen,
a lot of them.
Jennifer Steen also said she's donating a massage.
Yes.
And she said, I'm going to come too.
Oh, good.
So maybe I can talk her in to see if she has a chair or something that would be
Yes.
nice for
Yes.
you could pay to do some massages.
Anybody could come during the conference, and so where the tables are going to be set up, you could actually still listen to the speaker while
Yeah.
you're getting a massage. Like,
Yeah.
what? I mean,
Sign
and
me up.
y'all know we're still relaxed. I know it'll be my turn to come up and introduce somebody, and I'll be over there in the massage chair, and I'll be like, and next up on Mighty Moms
Yeah.
Autism Conferences.
And we want more than one. I mean, we're gonna have we're hoping to have a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So more than one
And
massage
I love the
therapist,
Gordon Center,
or
but I feel like next year we're gonna have to find someplace bigger.
I hope so.
I'm already thinking,
I hope
like, how are
so.
we going to fit everybody in there? So if you are, this is on a Saturday. So I know that there are people like with Choctaw Nation and schools. Send your employees.
Yeah,
If you work with kids on the
that's like
spectrum, or if you're a parent, if you're a caregiver, a teacher, a therapist,
Yeah.
whatever, you need to come to this conference, because there's just going to, we aren't bringing any speakers in that aren't going to give you like amazing nuggets of information,
and be
that's going to
watching
help.
on all of our socials, because we're starting to every other day list the speakers and the speaker highlights of what they're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And I really think that's going to send a good message out to see what,
I do
oh my
too.
goodness, they're going to.
Yeah.
So the one that was posted yesterday was Jake Estes. So
Yes.
he's going to speak about guardianship,
Mhm.
and also I think he's even offered to donate
He did.
his services.
Mhm.
So that's a good door prize to
Oh
try to
my
win,
gosh.
because
Yes.
I mean,
It's thousands of
it's
dollars.
$1,500 just to start.
Yeah.
But from what I've done personally. So
And you
it's
have
so
to do this.
You have to do it.
When
It's
you're,
so
and that's
important.
and that's what, like, people that have neurotypical kids, they don't understand. There's so many things that we have to do as autism parents that they don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
So, like, well before our child turns 18, we have to start the process of guardianship.
And not only that, a trust for your child.
Yeah.
For if anything happens to you or your husband,
Then what?
it's set up
Yeah.
and known what happens to him.
Yeah.
And be at peace of where he goes and what's. I mean, I literally, in our trust, I have down to the things like TV shows he likes,
Yes. I love
YouTube
that.
things he likes, music he likes.
Yeah.
It's so important. Even though we have family that know him, they don't
Yeah.
know him. You know,
Right.
they're not with him every day, and things he doesn't like. Like,
Mhm.
you can get so detailed in that, and it's so important. So that I'm excited he's coming back to share more about that guardianship and living will trust.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know why
And
that made me emotional.
because it
Because we
does.
have to think about all
You
those
have,
things.
and I was
that
very emotional during the time
was
we were having to
just
do that,
thinking that, like, how that must have felt, having to
writing it out,
write all that
and I
out
have to change it often
and document it.
Yeah, literally down to medications. He
Yeah.
gets this, he gets this, he gets this at this time.
Yeah.
So I mean,
There's just so much
there
that we
is.
do that we, and Tad's 17 and Owen's almost 10, and it's like, well, he's 7, 8, 9 and a half. What is the, I said 7, 8, 9 and a half.
It doesn't matter. Believe me, y'all,
but,
time
like,
size. It'll
there's
before
a
you
lot of
know it,
stuff
he'll
that-
be 18.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that we have to do that we're used to doing now.
Yeah.
We're in the groove.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but like, it's just our lifestyle now. We just do it and we just know. But somebody come in and try to take over that and not know any, like,
Can you
I can't even
imagine?
imagine.
It's just like sending your child to a new therapist or a new teacher. They could spend a whole year learning what that child needs and how to teach that child.
Yeah.
But why not have a blueprint ready to give to them
Yeah.
to help them?
I mean, it reminds me
that
so much of
process.
what we do at the academy when we have a new kiddo that enrolls, and, like, when they come and get their assessment, their treatment plans are tailored to that one kid, and it's all the things are in there.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like listing out literally everything, their likes, their dislikes. Like you said, I always want him to have his iPad. Him having his iPad, like, that whole, oh, they're too much screen time. I'm sorry,
No,
that does
stop
not
it.
apply
Like,
to
literally,
kids on the spectrum.
It
because-
regulates Tad.
Well, and that's how
And
they
I do-
learn and they mimic.
And you do have to be open. Like, I do know when a song gets too much. When he starts getting really silly and replaying
Yeah.
like a DJ, I'm like, nah, delete.
Yeah.
So, and he knows because he's like, come on. Or he'll hide it from me. Like, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, not you in your.
Well, somebody was, and it wasn't me, and you're the only other person in the house. Maybe it was Roscoe.
So you do,
No.
so you do have to be aware, and all that you need to list that. It's so important to list for if you pass today, it's important that your child or the
And
person
that's
who's
so
taken
much to think
over.
about.
And it's hard to
Gosh.
think about who's going to take over, and
Because
anyway.
it's going to be a burden and a complete lifestyle change for that
Absolutely.
person,
Yeah.
and maybe good, I don't know.
I pray the
when
good Lord
I
comes
do
before,
too.
or
And I also think about like what Chip was saying the other day and just so confidently saying, oh, in the next 5 years, we'll
yeah.
have autism figured out.
hmm
Don't say stuff like that unless you mean it.
He meant it.
I know. He said
I
it so
believe it.
confidently. And I was just like, it took my breath
Yeah, me
away.
too.
Like I even went back and watched it and I was like, what?
I got chills, and
Yeah.
I was like, I believe that in my heart. I believe
Yeah.
that there will be
Yeah.
lots of change coming in our future, and that we're on the right track.
Yeah.
We've got the right people in there doing their job,
Mhm.
and I just see so much hope, and we should
Oh.
always have hope.
Yeah. I think there are cures for a lot of things,
It's going to
including
come.
cancer.
Yeah, it's going to come to light.
And it's sad because we've lost so many people to cancer and, just things that I think that there are cures for that we've not been privy to. Yeah.
That's right.
I think there's a lot of stuff that's going to be unveiled, but that's another episode.
Yeah, we could talk forever. So, and it looks like we probably need to get off here.
We
But
do.
be looking for all the comments, and what's Bubba saying?
I know he
he
tagged our event,
Hey, thanks,
which
Bubba.
is so awesome.
He
Thank
tagged
you.
Bubba already took care of our Facebook page. It has our Mighty Moms
Sweet.
event, and
Thanks, Bubba.
where you can get the tickets.
Bubba.
He's our biggest fan. We're his. So
Yeah.
anyway, I think that is gonna wrap us up.
All right, guys. We will see you next Monday live on Mighty Moms Podcast.
Bye.
Okay, Mighty Moms, we're signing off.
Connect with us on our Mighty Moms socials, submit your topic ideas, and share it all.
Follow us at Mighty Moms Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Also, visit our website at mightymomspodcast.com. And remember, together we are a worldwide cult of Mighty Moms.
Listen, my carpets used to be a struggle to keep clean. Between 2 boys and 2 fur babies, I was always cleaning up spills and stains. Then I found Ray at ChemDry. And basically, I've had him on speed dial ever since. So when you need your carpets, furniture, or even hardwood floors cleaned, call or even text ChemDry. Ray will get you all cleaned up. Founded, owned, and operated by nurses, Angels of Care Pediatric Home Health's clients are at the heart of everything they do. Proudly serving the medically fragile community since 2000, Angels of Care offers private duty nursing services, speech, physical, and occupational therapies, and respite care across the nation. We are also happy to announce we have started offering services in Colorado. Please visit angelsofcare.com or call 855-45-ANGEL for more information. Get your halos on.
If you've been in an automobile accident or have vehicle damage, S&L Collision Center is the body shop to call for all your auto body repair needs. Larry Hallmark and family have been in business for many years. They are honest and do exceptional work. I have had all of my vehicles repaired by them and have always been satisfied with their work. So if you're in the need for auto body repair, call S&L Collision Center at 580-924-5958. Blackburn Plumbing and Air provides high-quality plumbing, heating, and air conditioning services in Durant, Oklahoma, and throughout the Texoma region. With a proven track record for getting exceptional results, they are ready to take on even the most challenging plumbing and HVAC issues.
Contact them at 580-775-1779 to schedule your appointment today.
Has your Texoma area kiddo recently been diagnosed with autism? You received an order for ABA therapy, but have no idea what ABA therapy is or where to enroll your child to receive ABA therapy? Well, look no further than the Owen Academy. TOA was opened in early 2024 and is owned by a local autism mom who has previous business experience in opening varying categories of clinics in Texas and Oklahoma. But most importantly, she has real-world experience navigating life as an autism mom. The Owen Academy has gone above and beyond to create a beautiful and imaginative environment in their now 2 clinic locations in Durant, Oklahoma, to ensure that their therapy techniques are always child-led and play-based. The Owen Academy is proudly serving many families in Bryan, Atoka, Grayson, and Marshall counties with a goal to always expand when and where there is a need. In addition to their warm and inviting therapy clinics, the Owen Academy has gone the extra mile to ensure the qualifications, compassion, heart, and stamina of their board-certified behavioral analysts and registered behavior technicians. At TOA, we are a family. We would love for you to join us and help us continue to create awareness and compassion for individuals with autism in our community. If you're looking for a career in autism therapy or looking to enroll your child in our therapy services, email us today at info@theowenacademy.com or call 580-706-OWEN. That's 580-706-6936. The Owen Academy, where possibilities are limitless. If you're into building your own pizza, salad, or dessert with the most incredible toppings, look no further than the Corner Crust, a uniquely curated pizza cafe on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Durant, Oklahoma. And if you're not in the mood to build your own pizza, they have all your traditional pizzas on the menu, plus some fun and flavorful options like pickle pizza and Mexican cowboy. Yeehaw! Follow the Corner Crust on Facebook for special events like live music by local featured artists, teen night, motorcycle night, or karaoke night. If we can say one thing about the Corner Crust, it's that they have options, and options make the world go around. Visit the Corner Crust Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., or book your special event by calling
580-380-4290.